is Ariana.
And I'm Daniela.
Welcome back to the Twinfluence. This is our third episode. So excited to be here and to be filming this video today. So we've been talking about a lot of great stuff so far. If there's any specific topics you guys want us to talk about, please let us know down in the comments below. Or you can follow us on our social media platforms. They're all down in the description box. You guys can DM us. Or if you have our personal numbers, I guess, you can text us. Say, hey, I want you to record a video about this. Or something like that. Just let us know. And we will be down to record whatever it is that you guys would like to see from us.
We're always open to suggestions.
Yeah, so in today's video, we're going to talk about
some things that people say to us as twins.
Yeah, because we've gotten some crazy stuff.
Sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses, and it's just like...
Are y'all doing too much? Probably.
So let us know if you think we're doing too much by some of our reactions and feelings to some of these comments that people say.
Yeah, because like I said, we've been getting a lot of stuff over the years. Like, I'm just like, y'all are being so dramatic, like, please. But anyways, so what do you have? One thing that people have told us in the past, like growing up and stuff?
One thing that really gags me, I think I'm so used to being in spaces with you, like from literally sharing the womb, going to the same school together, having the same friends, and
literally,
all that stuff. And it didn't change until college, where we went to 2 different colleges, where I walk into spaces and completely forget that people don't know that you and I are twins.
Yeah. Because
everywhere else, like, we've always been a package deal.
So everybody else, not
to everybody else, but to me, it's like, I'll just casually say, like, oh, my twin sister, or like be somewhere and I'm like, oh, like, I just reference Ariana in conversations and they're like, wait, you're a twin?
Yeah.
Or like, people know you but don't know that we are twins.
Yeah. Which I think is hilarious. I'm like, how did I not know?
It's strange. It's strange. And then it's like, you ever run into instances with people where they try to argue with you and say, like, no, you guys aren't twins?
Yeah, that used to happen in high school.
Like, how are you gonna tell me?
How you gonna tell me
that we're not twins?
Like,
why would I lie?
What do I gotta lie for?
And then people are like, oh, if you guys are twins, why don't you look alike?
At that rate, I just think you're stupid. I'm screaming. Not to be mean, but like, let's not act like identical and fraternal twins are not a thing. But you know what the problem is?
People don't know the difference, though. Some people genuinely don't know the difference.
You got Google is free, Wookies.
No, but on top of that, people will follow up and say, okay, well, are you guys identical or are you fraternal?
Yeah, and just like,
we're fraternal.
Fraternal twins, that's us. Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's like, I don't fault people for asking questions, and I don't want to make people feel stupid for like asking questions.
No, sometimes
like, people say, "Oh, there's no stupid question." Yes, there is.
Yes, there is. Precisely.
There are stupid questions.
Yeah.
I mean, to each his own, I guess. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna be rude and be like, use your brain.
Right. We'll always answer the question normally, but in my head, I'm like, why are you asking me that? You know the answer.
Like, sometimes some people just like just say things. Just say things.
Yeah.
It's just like,
all right.
We could avoid wasting time. We can avoid wasting the breath. I don't know, but and sometimes it doesn't even feel like it's coming from, not like a malicious place or a bad place.
No.
But sometimes it's not even out of like genuine concern. I think it's just out of like
genuine curiosity.
But people just trying to make sense of how the fact that you and I could be twins.
Yeah, because we don't look alike.
Yeah. We also like have different personalities.
Yeah.
Just because we're twins doesn't mean that we're supposed to be the exact same.
Because there's plenty of identical twins and they're simply not the same.
Very different. And that's okay.
Yeah. So that's one. That's a very interesting one. I'm just like, girl, do we look identical? You let me know if we're identical, babes. Like, how about you let me know? You can answer that question.
And if you want to, if you think that we genuinely are not twins, let us know in the comments too, and let us know why you don't think that we're twins. Right. I mean, I don't know, it's just be questionable sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So yeah. So another thing that people like to ask us is if we have twin telepathy, and I feel like all twins get asked that.
Yeah.
And what's your answer? What do you say? I feel like it's like a superstition. Is that the right term? The superstition? Because it's like, do we think the same thoughts sometimes? Yes. But like, if I'm not going to look at you and say, and be like, what are you thinking? Let's have a whole...
Don't tell me. That's weird.
Yeah, that's very strange. And I feel like that's what people think. That we're putting our foreheads together and just like rams. Like rams.
Not rams.
On some weird stuff. It's just like that.
It's just not how that works, Mookie.
Yeah, it's not how that works. I'm sorry to break the news to you, friend. But no.
You know, I could be flattered by that though, because it's like that you really see twins as superheroes. That's
no,
crazy.
for real.
That's
no,
crazy.
For real.
They got magic powers. Crazy. Because you knew something that I don't know.
I know.
Tell me how I can lock in.
I know something you would never know. I actually had someone say, someone tell me that they're twins and they speak their own language. And so that person asked me if me and my twin, me and Daniela, we speak our own language. And I was like, no.
I barely speak English well enough to know.
I was like, girl, no. Because she was like, me and my twin, we know how to speak pig Latin. I said, listen, we don't got time for that, man. Sometimes, like I said, yeah. I don't know what that is. It's some weird. I don't know. But do we think the same thoughts sometimes? Yes. Do we dress the same sometimes without consulting each other? Yes.
Do we finish each other's sentences sometimes? Yes.
Do we say the same things at the same time? Yes. Like, but that happens with friends too. Once you get close to somebody, sometimes you just,
rub off.
Yeah.
No, but I will say, Mom used to have a field day with us growing up. My mom used to always say she did not need to pay for cable.
Yeah.
Because all her children.
All them children.
Entertainment enough. Like, I remember vividly one time you and I went to Forever 21. And like, you went off to go do your own thing and I went off to do my own thing. And we met back up at the register and we had the same items in our hands.
Screaming.
I was like, you gonna put that back or... we just leaving with the same thing. And then I remember in college when we were both still living at the house before we lived on campus. Whose birthday was it? Was it Mom's birthday or was it Lewis's birthday? It was somebody's birthday, and we went out to dinner. And I remember we had already big chopped.
Yeah. Also, had to be probably Mom's birthday, I think.
Yeah.
We went to New York.
No, we didn't. Not Don Cookie. We went to I forgot where we went. It's gonna come back to me later.
Okay, like Longhorn or something?
No, we had to go to like Mohegan or Foxwoods.
Oh, that was Mom's birthday.
Yeah, so I remember I had my fro, I did my makeup and like purple eyeshadow and things like that. And I had my like my lace shirt on and the jeans and the booties. You also wore your hair in a fro and did purple makeup, purple eyeshadow. So I walked down the stairs by your room and you saw me and you were like,
what's going on?
You want to be like me so bad. And I was like, girl, bye.
You want to be like me so bad, girlfriend.
Yeah.
And there has been times where like we've had a lot of instances like that. So like a couple weeks ago, we went to church and you were wearing this outfit, and I was like, yo, it's a good thing I didn't put my outfit on because we would have been in here twinning. That's crazy. I don't remember what you were wearing.
But in my defense, I picked my clothes out the night before, so
who cares?
You were copying me. I put the vibes out first.
Okay. Anyways, but I almost wore the same outfit as she did. And I was just like, yeah, that's crazy. Like I almost wore that same shirt today, friend. And she was like, you want to be like me so bad? Or
yeah,
she
my
said,
closet.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
And we actually do have a shirt from Shein. It's that little crop top, the black and white one, the little abstract. I think one time.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I think we did wore those at the same time one time.
We sure did.
Remember? And I was just like, take it off.
And I know there have been times in the past where like we'll both just be sitting down, chilling, and we'll both like break out and start singing the same song at the same time.
Yes.
Or like say the same thing.
Yeah.
And Mom, I remember when we were living at the house, we used to do that. Like she would just look at us like, "Are you okay?
Are you guys okay?"
You're not. One thing she always says is like about the both of us is that we always have a song for everything. We really like there's nothing that lady could say that we won't have a song
for. We really do. Yeah.
Also, shameless plug if you're interested in this shirt. So my favorite Christian clothing brand is Blood of the Lamb. I got this shirt from them. The shipping was really quick. but they have a different variety of bomber jackets, shirts. They have like some crossbody fanny pack bags. Like I think the brand is really dope. I have a couple of this is my third item from them. I have a bomber jacket that says God's favorite, like printed on the back. I have a shirt that says God's favorite printed on the chest and blood of the lamb on the other side. We can post pictures.
Yeah.
If you want, just to sponsor, well, just to like give this brand a shout out.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Christian clothing brand, but it's also owned by a friend. So it's a Black owned business. It's a Christian based business, and it is a Caribbean owned business. And I'm actually friends with the person that owns this business, so I think it would be really awesome if you went by their website and just show them some love, follow them on Instagram. Yeah, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Like, it's like being Christian and Christian clothing and things like that doesn't have to be boring. So it's like, this is a little extra razzle dazzle, like streetwear, comfy wear, like just casual vibes. So yeah.
So another thing on our list that we have is a lot of people like to say, oh, I wish I had a twin. And it's just like,
do you
really? Because, you know, maybe we could do like a whole other video with the pros and cons about being a twin, but like, there's pros and cons to everything in this life, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I love being a twin. I think it's cool. I have a bestie forever.
Mm-hmm.
We here forever and ever, gang for life. You know what I'm saying? But especially being a fraternal twin, there can be cons. And it is what it is, you know? Like it just...
You know, on the bright side, at least we're not identical.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind being a twin, but I will say the one thing about being a fraternal twin is that even though it's hard for us sometimes because people feel like we have to be like, we might as well be Siamese twins, like conjoined to the hip. That's what you call them?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I think so.
Conjoined twins. It's like, at least there's some differentiation where we can have our own identity to a degree. Yeah. Where identical twins probably don't have that. Like I remember mom, my mom used to say I was mean. But anyways, I don't think I was mean. I just think at a very early age, like I liked having my independence and like my own identity. Like I didn't really, I'm just making an assumption because I don't remember these periods. This is just what mom told me. Yeah. But it's like there were times where I didn't want to wear the exact same outfit as you. Like I wanted to be different. Yeah. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Yeah. But I do think like given that we are twins, people genuinely feel some type of way about that. And they're like, oh, you shouldn't feel like that. Or like, oh, you should want to do all this with your twin. Mind your business. Yeah. How are you going to tell me?
Right. How you going to tell me what to do with me and my sister?
How are you going to tell me?
My sister. Mine.
Like you and I, like, we're not 12 anymore.
Right.
So even when it comes to things like celebrating our birthday, you're not doing something with your sister. Oh, why aren't you doing this with your sister? If I'm telling you we're doing something together and separate, why are you going to try to make me feel bad because I want to do something separately? We have our own friends. What's the problem? Well, but it's like, if I want to go out somewhere with my friends, I see people on the street and they're like, where's Ariana? Why don't you call her and ask her?
And that's not even just for the birthday thing. I'll never forget. It's just like random times too. Like, I'll never forget. This was like right before the pandemic. It had to be like 2018, 2019. So me and this girl that I was friends with, we had went to this local place that used to be popular, whatever the case is. And I see some familiar faces, people from high school, you know, people from college, like all these things. And this one particular person, he comes up to me, he's like, hey Ariana. Then after he says, hey Ariana, he goes, where's your sister? I'm like, not here. I don't know. And then another time that happened was recently. This was happening in early March, I think. This girl that we went to middle school with.
We haven't seen this girl since we graduated 8th grade. The day I got my diploma, I haven't seen her since.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shoot, it's good to see you, friend. Like, well, you know, whatever. And so I seen her because I had went to this karaoke place locally with some of my friends. And she saw me, she gave me a hug. I actually seen her one time before when I was working at Sephora. But I had seen her again. And she gave me a hug. She said, oh my God, how are you? Just give me all these compliments. And she said, what you doing here? Just having a little banter. Then she goes, where's your sister? I'm like, I don't know. I literally don't know. I was like, I haven't talked to her like in a couple of hours. I'm like, I have no idea. She's probably home or with her friends. She's like, oh, why did she come? I'm like, I'm here with my friends. Like, I'm here with my other friends. She's not kin to like the friends that I made, you know, outside of our high school friends, whatever the case is. She don't know them. I'm here with my gang. I'm here with the gang. I'm the mom with the gang. What you think? What was you think? No, I'm joking. But no, I had went out with one particular friend, and his friends invited me.
Girl, you don't owe anybody an explanation.
But
that's
yeah,
where you make your friends.
Yeah, but
why I'm not present.
But I was like, but that's the point. I'm like, why? I'm like, I get it, you know, because we are twins. But I'm like, we are not a package deal.
I could understand if someone was like, "How's your sister?"
Right. But everyone always just like, "Where's your sister?" I'm like, that girl's at home. And I'm like, I don't know. I talk to that girl every day, but in this right moment,
except that I'm not present,
right?
Or that you're not present.
Yeah, I'm home.
It's okay.
Yeah,
but for those of you asking, I'm alive and well.
Same here.
If she's not next to me, she's alive, well, and blessed too. Like, it's okay.
More times than not, I'm at home because you know I don't go nowhere, for real. So if she out and you don't see me, I'm home. 9 times, maybe 8 times out of 10, I'm home. I really do thoroughly enjoy being by myself, and that's one thing that I feel like we're a little bit. I feel like we talked about this in the first episode, or maybe the second. I don't remember, but I feel like that's something that we differ into. Like, I'm social when I need to be. You know what I'm saying? But if there's an opportunity for me to stay inside, I'm staying inside. I'm sorry. I don't like being in people's face all the time. Personally, like I can go out like once a month and be cool. Go out to the little bars and the clubs, or just do something socially, winery, something cute, you know.
I'm still calling rubbish because I'm still not buying that.
I mean, hey, I do thoroughly enjoy my alone time. I do. I have a very, very short social battery.
I think both can exist at the same time.
Yeah, and it's like if I had more opportunities to go out, maybe, yeah, but I don't got that many opportunities to go out because I would have to be doing things by myself. And it's good to do things by yourself, but there's certain things I don't want to do by myself. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So. It is what it is, but yeah.
I think when you were more connected to other people,
yeah,
you spent a lot of time not inside.
Yeah,
but you're not as connected now
anymore. Yeah,
so it's like easier for you to just like choose to stay home.
Yeah,
partially a preference, partially like
I don't really got a choice.
Many options.
I really got a choice. Screaming.
Yeah,
but yeah. So another one that we had written down was we quoted Drake. If I had a twin, I would still choose you. And we said that because in this generation in society, and I would say really since high school, like we've heard things and like rappers and artists say things that twins. I don't know if I can say that word, so if I can't say that word, I might just mute the word and not put the word on the screen just to, you know, avoid any issues. But I think there's a general
look at
of how people look at twins. And it's very weird.
It's gross.
It's actually vile and disgusting.
And it's also like, I think it feeds into that same like experience of, in a way, like pitting twins against one another and making things more competitive than they need to be. Yeah. And it's like, and I think that's where some of these questions that we get asked come from. And I don't think people realize like what they're saying and why they say it. Like when they say things like, which one of you is smarter?
Yeah, and it's like, who's talking about?
Why are you asking these questions? Like, why does it matter? Like,
we're both very smart. She might be a little more book savvy than I am, or I might be a little more tech savvy. But like, we got brains, functioning brains, the same way you do. I hope.
Yeah, I think the way people like try to create division amongst twins by like doing that comparison is really hurtful.
Yeah, it's very dangerous too.
It's very dangerous, and it can be very it can hurt like our relationship. Yeah. And like the relationship of other twins. And it's also unnecessary, and it's like very unkind. It's like, why would you go up to someone and their sister and be like, oh, which one of you is smarter? Yeah. Oh, which one do you think is prettier? Like.
Yeah, and that I feel like that's something that has impacted me a lot, especially growing up too. I don't know if you want to go into another video, talk about it, but like, the comparison that we get, that really like mess with my self-esteem a lot.
It's messed up
because obviously my good sister's a little petite and I'm a little chunky, and so just being alone and plus size in itself was already traumatic as it is. You know what I'm saying? Being a black fat girl is already enough, but being a fraternal twin, what? the treatment that I received as a child was crazy, insane. So it's like my self-esteem was shot for a very long time, and so I just feel like people need to be more mindful. And like even now, like with my nephew, that's a whole thing in itself. But like we have a 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old nephew. My little boy growing up so fast, so crazy. But anyways, and so he's a snacker. The kid likes to eat. You know what I'm saying? And so
he's a growing boy.
Yeah, he's a growing boy. You know what I'm saying? He's a little chunky, but cute little thing. But last summer, my mom had this little blown up pool, whatever the case is, and he was outside playing in the pool, and then my little sister Karina, she had her friends and their kids in the pool, and all these little cute little things or whatever. And I was watching them in the pool one time, and he's flailing around, choking on water. I'm like, bro, you need to chill. You gonna drown in this 2 feet pool, please? Like, I need you to relax, my good sir, please, because I can't do CPR. But anyways, and so this lady, she passes by. I guess she's cool with my grandmother, because our grandmother lives right next door to us. I guess she cool with her, whatever. And she goes, and she's talking to my nephew. What did she say? She said, hey fat boy, he's so chunky. I'm like, ma'am. And I wanted to curse her out so bad, because me and my it just kind of triggered me.
It's disgusting.
And I'm just like, bro, he has a name. His name is Ken. If you would like to know his name, you can ask him. He'll tell you.
But why would you refer to something like
a child like that?
And it's so sick, because adults talk to children in a way that's extremely repulsive. But they won't have the same breath or energy to talk to another adult that way. Nope. And then when you call them out, if you're a younger person and you call them out and you say that this is wrong, you're the one that's being disrespectful. You're the problem, or you can't take a joke.
Right.
No, you need to know some basic manners.
Right.
And understand, you wouldn't if I were to come up to you and be like,
oh,
why are you fat?
You got a little extra weight on you, friend. You need to hit that gym. You look at me like I'm crazy.
Why don't you and your sister look like people? It bothers me that people don't think about the things that they say, and it's it hurts me to know that you went through that, because one, I saw it, and there was a chunk of time where I was taking responsibility for that inside, and I was like, dang, is this my fault? But at the same token, you were just a child, and I was also just a child,
just a kid. It's
you can't expect an 8-year-old to take responsibility for the things that other people are saying and doing to their sibling, but also at the same token, my experience coming up was different because I was really skinny. And even though people would pick on me and things like that for that, it's never compares to what you went through. And to even say, oh, I was body shamed too.
We know.
There's a different level of privilege that I've experienced growing up that you didn't have. And even to this day, you still don't have in the same way. And it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's sad.
And I need people to really be considerate and mindful of the things that they're saying. Because it's I don't know. It just really makes me sick that people just feel like they have the freedom to talk to people any way they want to and to say whatever they want. No matter how insensitive it is. I want you to use your brain. It's the lights are on, but nobody's home. You didn't think about what you said before you said it.
Bang, bang, open up. Ring a ding ding.
What makes you think that that's okay? And if someone says something to you, it's a problem.
It's a problem,
But why do you feel like it's appropriate to talk to other people that way and to say that? If you're thinking it, it's whatever. But to verbalize that and say it to other people and expect them to just take it lightly, it's disgusting.
And I think I don't know how deep I'm trying to get into all that too, but we were associated with somebody, and there was comparison within that group with me, my sister, and this other individual as well, and that played with both of our self-esteem in a lot of ways as well. So that was just a lot in itself. I ain't trying to talk about these people too much, because I ain't, you know what I'm saying, but that was just a big part of our childhood that really, I think, traumatized us both in different capacities. And so you just gotta be mindful, and it's I wish during the time when we were talking about when that lady was calling my nephew names, you know what I'm saying, I would have said something, but I was I'm not trying to cause no problems, but I'm this is my nephew, I raised this child. So he's basically my child. And I'm bro, you're not about to say keep calling his name. His name is Keaton. Call him by his name, or don't call him at all. Period. And he's 6, he can't defend himself. Leave my child alone.
And that's where I think it's the responsibility of the adults around these children to say something. Right. Because for him to be 6 years old at the time, he doesn't know how to articulate his words. Right. Like, that might hurt his feelings, but he might not be able to say why that hurt his feelings. And I understand, like, in that moment, that was a trigger for you. And, like, you probably didn't know what to say. And I'm not faulting you for not saying anything. You had the awareness where that was wrong. Yeah. There are other adults that we've had in our life as young people, like, just okaying those things and laughing and cackling when people made those comments like it was funny. Yeah. That's not funny. Yeah. And shame on you as an adult for knowing that people are saying things that are harmful to your kids, to your child, or like to just children around you in general. And you're like not saying anything about it. You not saying anything is also endorsing that behavior. And it's like all of a sudden parents don't understand, adults don't understand why the younger generation around them have eating disorders, why they're insecure, why they don't want to be around them, why they don't want to talk about them, why people don't like coming around for Thanksgiving dinner when you're micromanaging what people are putting on their plate. Mind your business, stay in your lane, learn how to talk to people, learn how to have empathy for people. It's sad. And speak up for the people who are saying that what is happening around them is wrong and making them uncomfortable. Like, it's really not that hard. Yeah, it's really not. But I feel like adults feel like because their experiences were a little traumatic, they kind of, it's like a generational thing. They feel like they can say and do whatever they want because their mom's dad, they did that. I don't care what grandma did to you. I asked to be here the same way you simply did not ask to be here. You know what I'm saying? So I think with our generation, and you know, people a couple years and before us and after us, I think we have a different privilege where we can recognize that these things are wrong and actually doing something about it. Actively making the change and stuff. Yeah. And so that's why I say I'm proud of us, because like it's so much stuff that's going on in the world that we're trying to break generational curse. We're trying to actively make different decisions and be better than our parents and our grandparents, because the treatment that they've gotten wasn't okay, but it's trickling down on us and it's impacting us, and we're like, no, this is not right. My mental health is not good because sister was, you know, calling me all these names when I was growing up and treating me like garbage, and maybe I was getting mollywopped every night because, you know, my dad had a hard day at work, or whatever, what have you. You know what I'm saying? But these cycles are being broken, and that's why I always say I'm so proud of our generation, because it's like, it's just certain things that you just don't do. And for some reason, a lot of these things are just okay, especially in like certain cultures, whatever the case is. Y'all gotta get it together for real. And just because it's like normalized in your culture doesn't mean that it's okay. Right. Like, just because you felt like you ain't have a voice to like advocate for yourself and speak up, well, guess what? Your silence has empowered me to see all the things that are wrong. Right. And now I'm not a child, I'm an adult. Right. I'm gonna speak up on the things that are wrong. If you don't like it, tough. So yeah, so the next one that we have on the list is, it asks us like, do you guys like the same type of guys or the same type of men? And I would say no. We've never like gotten into that on The Bachelor. What I will say though, did I tell you about this? About the sisters that were on The Bachelor? No. Oh, this past episode of The Bachelor, there were two sisters that went on and they were dating the same guy. And they said that that wasn't the first time that that's happened, where they both have dated the same guy. That's weird. That's weird. That is weird. I cannot look a man in the eye knowing that he was looking at my sister. First of all, why would I want to entertain somebody that was also looking at my sister? First of all, I wouldn't even do that with my friend, much less with my sister. Huh? You just took the words out of my mouth. Yo, that's crazy. There are too many people in this world to want somebody that was with your sibling. That's insane. It's strange. And you are also equally strange for wanting someone who is okay with that. I'm mortified. That's nasty. That's disgusting. So, no. Looking back at our track records, I simply would never even look them at the men that she's been interacting with in the eyes. I would never. Girl, at this point, I wouldn't look them in the eyes either if I had a chance to do it over, because child. Facts. But you know, I feel like I have a type, kinda, but not really. I like excessively pretty men. I don't know what it is. That's on my list of icks. Okay. See, that's where we differ. You could be excessively pretty, but still not be weird. Like, you don't gotta be weird. Just like flexing for the gram.
Yeah, like that.
Taking pictures and videos.
Yeah, that. Don't let me throw up in front of you, sir.
Stop doing
Please.
that.
Stop doing it.
Because.
Like, I like pretty dudes, but like, you can't be on nobody's Instagram, TikTok doing no nonsense like that. I'm not thirsting over that. No, ma'am, no pen.
At least there are things we can agree with.
Yeah, you could be pretty, but I mean, we could be pretty together, a gorgeous, gorgeous girl and guy together. You know what I'm saying? But all that extra stuff, I need y'all to cut it out. It's weird. You feeding for attention. Your mama didn't give you enough attention. Clearly, son, you need the female attention. I don't know. Stuff like that just to me just screams, I need validation. I have low self-esteem.
Do you guys fight?
We used to be.
No, we used to bang out.
Meek.
It used to be so bad that we would bang out, and as soon as one of us really got hurt or start crying, we like grabbing up each other like shh. Because we didn't want to get popped before cutting up in the house like that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
We were young though. We gotta be like between like 6 and 8, like obviously like, you know, between the ages like 8, maybe a little bit younger.
I don't know, somewhere around them. But we used to
be
meek.
We were young though. I think like after like 2nd or 3rd grade we stopped that. Yeah, somewhere around there we stopped that.
I remember one time we got into a fight over some candy.
I vaguely remember one time, I think it was you was trying to, he was saying how he was gonna run away or something like that, and he was packing up a bag and I was like, don't something like that. I can't remember, but I'm like, yo, we used to be in that little shoebox banging it out
because we shared a room.
Yeah, we shared a room. So one bed here, we meek.
Yep. I remember it was over this candy. You had your pajamas on, and I forgot what it was, but you just like swung at me. And I was not having it. We were on the floor rolling around, pulling hair, popping each other. And then we just, at one point, got up and looked at each other and started laughing. And that was the end of that. And I was like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
Like, why are we acting like that? You're about to say good times?
I was. She know we too loud. But you know, that's probably the wrong
That is like unhinged behavior. I think it was harder when we shared rooms growing up. Because you were annoying.
So were you.
You were annoying.
You were very annoying, sister. Sorry.
First of all, I keep my space. If you know me, you know me. I keep my space and my things very particular.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't live the same way. So being in such a small, close quarters.
Yeah.
And it's like, I have my line of where my side of the room starts, and your stuff is trickling over, fix it.
Yeah.
My side of the room is clean, your side looks a mess. I'm not understanding. We had one TV. You had your specific shows that you wanted to watch.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch my shows.
Yeah.
You was hip-hop hairy.
When I say hip-hop, you stay hairy. Hip-hop.
Hairy.
Hip-hop.
Hairy.
Yep.
But you watch your shows, and like I have to sit there and just like watch it. But when it was time for me to put on Ben 10, put on Avatar, put on the shows that I want to watch, here she go in my ear, making pure noise in my ear because she didn't want to watch it. And it's like, girl, I just sat here for hours while you watch what you wanted to watch on the TV. Now it's the issue when I want to watch my shows.
Hip hop here is only a half hour. Let's get that straight.
Okay, but there were other shows that you liked to watch. But every time it came time for me to put something on the TV that I wanted to watch, you had something to say. And I remember at one point, Mom put 2 TVs in the room because she was just so tired of the noise and the mess. And Grandma came over and cussed.
She cursed. Georgia.
My mother had to take one of the TVs out.
She said, put it on. Girl.
Yeah.
Good times.
Wow.
Yo.
Yeah, Mom did not know peace.
She did.
She used to hear it from us, and then Grandma would come over, and then oh man, that poor lady.
Georgia was stressing.
That lady, yeah. But that was good and short lived when we had 2 TVs in the room. Yeah, but then it was an argument over whose TV was louder.
Oh Lord, you couldn't please us at that rate.
You literally couldn't please us. There was always something wrong.
Always something. But Yeah, we did use it. I feel like as we got older, we just don't fight.
Yeah, we don't fight.
Yeah.
I think there are things that we have disagreements on because you and I communicate in two different ways.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say yeah, and just but you looking at me like
Yeah, I think we communicate in two different ways, but like we don't really argue and we don't have disagreements very often.
I just let people be. Do your thing, man.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's like we're grown now. Like,
Yeah.
what is there to fight about? And we also don't live together.
Yeah. We're together but separate.
Yeah. But people ask all the time, like when I was moving out and getting my own space, people are like, oh, would you get an apartment with your sister? No. Like, you didn't even have to finish the sentence. No. No. I did my time sharing a space with Ariana. There was a point where we were even sharing a bed. So it's like, I have no desire to share a space with anyone.
Big facts.
I don't even want a dog right now.
If anybody asks me, it's gonna be a no, but I'm like, if she want to, but I know she's not going to, so I'm gonna just keep saying no.
You don't want to live with me?
I don't, but I'm like, times is hard, man.
It's looking a little rough out here.
It is, times is hard.
I work 3 jobs before I have to take a roommate. I'm sorry.
No, facts.
And it's better to live with someone that you know than someone that you don't know, but
yeah.
I'm canceling out both options. I would rather work 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that beats coming home from
to a
work.
clean house and peace and quiet.
And nobody looking at you.
I tell you, I love it here. I do.
Not have to worry about nobody in my ear telling me I didn't wash my dishes.
Right.
Or whatever the case may be. I don't gotta hear nothing.
I could keep my dirty spoon in my sink without no problems. And then I've moved out. This is month 3, going on month 4, and it's been just so great.
It's nothing like it.
It's nothing like it. This type of peace, I've been feeding for this type of peace for a very, very, very long time, and I finally got it, girl. That should have never had me move out. Never had a girl like me move out and get her own place, because this, nothing like it.
Yeah. Do you think people treat us differently because we're not identical?
No. I mean, twins is twins, identical or not.
Yeah.
And from past experience, people still ask us, "Where's your sister? Would you want to move with your sister?" Like people still see us as like a package deal, regardless.
Yeah.
So I would say no.
Yeah.
In general, but do people treat us differently because we don't look alike, or because that's what the question was?
Do people treat us differently because we're not identical? I mean, however you want to answer the question.
I will say yes. Oh, in the grand scheme of things, no. But at the same time, yes. Because of some of the things that we brought up before, like comparison and things that I've experienced in this lifetime, and how I've been treated, and the things that, I got going on, whatever case is. Just certain privileges that I have not experienced that she has, and it is what it is. My time is my time for everything. I've always been kind of like that, but I would say yes. It's one thing to look alike, and I'm not an identical twin, so I can't speak for all identical twins, but I can speak for being fraternal twins, and that's why I said there's pros and cons to being twins, because it's always comparison, and especially when you don't look alike, and there's obvious differences at that. Like I said, I'm a little chunky butt, and she's real small. Like, that's a big difference, and so it's a whole thing, and stuff like that. Everyone just wants to be dramatic. Are you guys really twins? Because obviously I'm a lot bigger and she's a lot smaller. Yes.
Stop asking stupid questions.
Like we don't have to come on here and lie, have a little fib. Like it's just not necessary. We don't get cool points for lying because we're saying we're twins. My birth certificate and hers says same thing. So yeah. But what's your thoughts? What do you think?
I think the biggest difference, and I'm not sure if it's a difference, is just like the expectations that people have of like how we should be as twins.
Oh yeah.
And like what we should be doing, and it's like just because we're twins doesn't mean that we can't have our own identity.
Yeah.
And our own independence and our own lives outside of each other.
Yeah.
And some people really think that's wrong and really think that's a problem.
Yeah. I think it's a little weird, but
I think it's strange to like have people come up to me and try to argue with me, or like also make assumptions about how Ariana feels about me doing things without her, or how I would feel about Ariana doing things without me.
Yeah. I'm like, y'all don't care.
Ariana's allowed to go out and do whatever she wants to do, make her own friends. We don't have to have the same friends.
Yeah.
And I'm entitled to the same thing. And I don't need you trying to lecture me, telling me that I'm wrong for wanting a life separately from my sister.
Right. We've had the same friends, been in the same friend groups literally since high school. Literally.
Not even since high school. Since elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
We were literally in the same class. Pre-K, kindergarten. 1st to 4th grade, we were in 2 different classes because they had 2 classes for each grade. Mm-hmm. That was from 1st to 3rd grade.
But we still ended up making the same friends anyway.
Still had the same friends. From 4th grade
to 8th grade.
To 8th grade, we were in the exact same classes. High school, we started having some different classes, but we had some of the same classes. Yeah. We had the exact same friends because we did all the same clubs and sports and stuff like that together.
With the same people, yeah.
Like,
and they were on the same groups and stuff.
And we're still friends with most of our friends from that time and from high school. Mm-hmm. Like,
you know,
forgive me if now that I'm later in life, if I want to make some friends separately from my sister, like I'm entitled to do that. If I want to go out and not invite her because I'm doing my own thing, like
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're well within your right to.
Facts. And so are you, sister.
Thank you. So I need people to stop trying to argue with me
and trying to tell us what to do. She is a
grown
woman.
Yeah, and trying to make me feel bad.
Yeah, don't make me feel bad because I don't care. One thing about it, I don't care. Yeah. As long as she come home safely and these people not weird and treat my sister bad, I don't gotta find nobody. We cool over here.
It is what it is.
That's what it is.
But that's the one thing I will say. We are separate people, but you can't talk to my sister any way you want to, and just think it's gonna be roses and daisies at the end of the day, because that's just not the case, and that's a pro of
being a twin. Yeah, that's one pro. You always have somebody there to kind of stick up for you.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes people don't like that.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't like the fact that because we're the same but different. But when it but I feel like with our upbringing and stuff, like we just think that we behave the same. Like,
a lot of our mannerisms are the same. Like our opinions on things are the same.
Are pretty much the same. So it's like, if me and my sister can understand like the principal situation, you don't get it, I feel bad for y'all. I can understand sometimes, like if we have disagreements with people and like it's 2 of us against 1, I can understand that.
I feel like they're being ganged up on.
But it's like, no, you like what you're doing and what you're saying is crazy. Like, and you sound crazy.
And it's like, I'm not gonna defend you just because you're my sister. Like, no. If there's something that Ariana and I don't really agree on, I'm not gonna argue with her about it in front of other people.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't mean that in that situation I'm not gonna say, oh, Ariana, I don't really agree.
That was a little questionable. I don't agree with that.
I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, Ariana's right. Like, what about it when she's wrong?
When she's wrong, that's different.
But I'm also not gonna let you
sit here and try to calm my sister. No,
it's not gonna happen.
That's not happening.
So you might as well just zip your lips right and tidy and throw away the key because it's just not gonna happen.
We're not doing that over here.
And there have been instances in our lives where people have had like a lot to say to like one of us, but as soon as like I'm present or you're present, the tune is very different.
Very different.
Very different, because there are things that she might be passive on, but I'm not going to be passive about it.
And vice versa.
Because it's like, she can't be her own voice or reason. Sometimes I'm going to have to step up to the plate and vice versa.
Right.
And it's not even about like trying to gang up on people.
No, it's not.
But it's like, people also like will try to find the weakest link out of the both of us.
Right.
And that has been a theme during certain periods of our life where people like try to see who they could play with.
Yeah.
And when they realize you can't play with either of us, but specifically together, like.
Yeah. Because honestly, out of the 2 of us, that one, y'all should fear her. But when I'm mad, you should fear me. Cause this mouth, when you really, really get me mad, cause more than anything, I'm like, I'll be chilling. I don't care about things. But it's like once you start to talking and doing all this extra stuff, and you throwing jabs and doing all this stuff, don't let me open my mouth, because it's like, if you want to do this, we could do this, friend. Especially now I'm getting older. I feel like when we were younger, I never really spoke up for myself.
Yeah.
But nowadays, if you want to get dragged, you can get dragged, sister, brethren. Like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about to sit here and keep arguing and doing this back and forth stuff. Like, I'm not doing it. But if you want to go there and be childish and do all this extra stuff and all this yapping, you have a mouth, so do I. And our words are not the nicest. And I sometimes feel like people think that they're funnier than us, and you're not. You're simply just not.
Yeah.
And people try it, like kind of like what she says, but it's like, if we start talking, you're gonna be mad.
Yeah.
You're gonna be upset.
Yeah. I think I'm the opposite now, where like there was a period in our life where I used to be like really hot-headed and really angry and like easily triggered, and I would pop off like very quickly. Now I don't give people the power to like get me out of character anymore, because it's like you're not worth it. But also at the same token, there's a way to address conflict and conversations with people that I've learned now that I didn't have the tools to do before. So it's like I might not be acting all belligerent and cussing and carrying on like I used to. But that doesn't mean that my lips don't open.
Right. And I'm not saying that I'm out here, belligerent, whatever the case is. Maybe sometimes I'm screaming. Maybe sometimes, because like I'm someone. I feel like I just feel like growing up we weren't really given the space to say how we feel. So I've always suppressed my feelings and like things. But as I got older, I'm like, bro, no, I'm not suppressing nothing, because when I need people around me to listen to me or hear me out, I just get shut down. So it's like, as I got older, I'm like, man, listen, I'm not about to sit here and keep having these people play with me like I have been. No. And so now I'm still trying to learn not to respond in certain ways and be childish or be catty, be petty, like I very much should in certain situations. But it's like we getting old now. Like, I don't got the energy and the time to be arguing with people and all this stuff. And as much as I want to drag people through the mud, I'm actively choosing not to, because it just doesn't benefit. It's not worth it. It doesn't benefit me.
And feeding into that anger sometimes, well, most of the time, won't serve you any purpose. It's just instantaneous and momentary. Like gratification, but it literally does nothing for you.
And I also think just because of our upbringing, we've seen a lot of anger in our household. So it's like, how do you stop perpetuating that type of cycle too? How do you get your point across without responding in anger and stuff, even though you want to black or elbow somebody in the throat sometimes, and respond in that way? How do you navigate that? But it's like, we're grown adults now, so you gotta figure it out.
Literally, you gotta figure it out.
But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit here and just not respond to people sometimes, because sometimes a lot of y'all deserve to get cursed out, and you very much will, depending on the situation. Because I'm just learning that in this life, like, you really just can't let nobody play with you for real. And sometimes people deserve to get cursed the heck out. And forgive me, Lord, please. But like, you really have to let people know that you're not to be played with, especially when it comes to certain dynamics and stuff. Like, we're not about to sit here and do this, babe. Like, no. So it's kind of like a tough battle. You gotta pick and choose your battles wisely. But some of y'all be playing with people too much. Y'all play with people too much. And so you gonna mess with the wrong person that just might be me.
Or you're gonna say the wrong thing to a set of twins,
and it just might be us.
Somebody mad.
Yep. So you know what I'm saying. So you tread lightly. You tread lightly, bookies. Okay. All right, y'all. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Make sure you guys follow us on our social medias. Everything will be linked down below.
Check out Blood of the Lamb.
Yes.
And also check out my business, The Essence of Care. The link for that will also be down below.
So check out all them links, all the good stuff down below. Check out my channel as well. I'm planning to record some content this weekend and stuff like that, So just be prepared for great stuff, okay? And so we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Bye.